Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It's Monday, May 13th. This is my daily recap, and I'm going to probably put this out there for everybody to see publicly so you maybe help some of you guys today. It's been a very, very rough day in this market. And honestly, I came in this morning with the idea that I wasn't going to do much, and that has paid off dividends. And when you look at what's going on here today in the market, on the SPY, we'll open this up. We gapped down this morning. We gave like a 15-minute putrid little bounce, and then we sold off all the way into the 280. We just cracked below it. We've now hit a 5% pullback, so we did our 3 and our 5. And at this point, we're kind of in no man's land. The SPY is extended out of the Bollinger Band, right? We're well off the 8-day, but we're not really anywhere. So 280 is a reason I call out this number is last year, and we'll even take this back further than that. We'll open this up real quick. If you look at 280 last year, after we broke it here, it became the resistance level the first time, the second time, then it starts to become in here, broke below it, then became support until we broke it again. Then it was resistance, 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 right? Resistance all through here, finally broke above it, held it, and now here's our first retest. So if you're looking at this, I will always tell you, a move like this, if you hold it, is very bullish. That shows commitment to that zone, right? So you see this roll over into it. This is where you would like to hold, if you could. That said, I do think that, potentially that we have further to go. And the reason is we haven't really seen that panic flush yet. I'm doing this live. Hey, Steve. So far today, we haven't had a lot of dip buyers. You can see the oscillator now all the way down here to negative roughly 200. It was lower on Friday. Believe it or not, it's higher than it was at the lows on Friday. But it's there. We're in a place where we can get a good oversold bounce here. When we look at this and we bring this back up, some of the things going on here are this. The VIX today was a strong indication that, be careful shorting. It had a very hard time getting going. Most of the VIX move today was in the gap up. It didn't move much once we opened. And you can see it never even got close to Thursday's highs. And if you go to a 5-minute chart, you can really see what I'm talking about here, is that the VIX, here's your big gap up, little dip. It barely pushed above it. It didn't have much range today. A lot of fear came out of this market, okay? A couple other things we look at here. The put to call, right? The put to call, it's up, but it's not spiking beyond where it can, right? It was higher the other days, but finally a nice reading here. We're up at 1.15, getting very bared up. That's usually a sign when you look for a reversal. And breadth is in the absolute gutter, right? Negative 2,200. We haven't seen a reading this low in a while. In fact, if we open this up, right, it was back in December, right? That's when we had this last time we started seeing this. So what does all this say? It says today was a day to be extremely careful. We've rolled over here. We're coming back into 280. We tried to bounce here a little bit while Trump and Mnuchin were talking about the markets and China. But really, it was a pathetic excuse for a bounce. There was nothing really behind it. And here we are with roughly 30 minutes to go, really close to the lows today. And today's a day I say be careful. What did they play today? There was a couple of things in a flow. First of all, tremendous amount of protection on the index. We did start seeing some protection, dip buyers coming in on them, but mostly it was protection. Square weeklies and AMD weeklies caught my eye. Okay, Square, they started coming in for it early. Come on. Oops. Okay, they've been coming for them. They were coming in the money, 6150s and such, into here. They started dip buying in here. You got your pop, went lower. You see it held. I played Square twice today. I made a grand total of like 60 or 70 bucks. Woohoo! Nothing special. I put stops in place and let my stuff get stopped out both sides. AMD, they just hit the weekly 2550s about 35, 40 minutes ago. And that was that pop up into here. And you can see it's giving it all right back. All right. So again, this is not a market to sit in. You got to be quick, in and out, in and out. I also made a quick couple bucks on Roku. I got stopped out of that as well. Made like 40 bucks. Not much today. Honestly, guys, I decided I wasn't playing big, and I just did not try to stick with things. That said, Roku, I wanted it to open, but it didn't give an entrance. That first 15-minute move was violent and vicious. Huge volume. But now look at it, all the way on the lows. Okay? couldn't hold on the lows of the day here. It doesn't mean Roku's over. It just needs a much needed breather here. Apple, we May 24th, 185 puts, 1,000 of them here. So we consider to see options like this. So a lot of protection going up in Apple. Why Apple? Because they have big time exposure to China. And everybody's afraid that everybody's phones are going to go up by 25% now, if that happens. Now, I look at Apple here. I don't want to be shorting it down here. Very, very extended down here, but below the 200-day. Held it on Friday, clean break, gap down today, closing on the lows. That's price acceptance. So, today was a day to sit tight. If there's some names you liked, McDonald's, still showing strength. So McDonald's still showing like it wants to be in this game, right? Beautiful move at McDonald's, just off the all-time high from Friday. Procter & Gamble, another name, defensive name, showed incredible strength throughout the day. We went over charts on these on Sundays. I went over these with everybody here this morning pre-market. The thing to do is just take it nice and easy, not do much. Take it easy, chill out, let the market come to us, save your money, wait for that nice reversal at this point. So my last thought I want to leave you guys with is this today. The best setup here would be we close on the lows today, being Monday. We gap down, maybe violent move to the 200-day at 277.30.28. Get a big volume flush and a reversal off of that and look for a hammer and look for them to come in. So the thing to do is have your names in place. For me, I did my charts over the weekend and my names are here. So, top names: Microsoft, AMD, McDonald's, Disney, Qualcomm, PayPal, Amazon, Apple, Google, possibly Intel. So, Square with the flow today now on there, right? So my names are right here. I know what I'm going to. I know what the names I want to look at. And when I see flow in one of these names, it helps me really start to get going. That said, these are my thoughts here. I thought, here we go, another sweep of Square. Weekly 61 calls, another 529 of them just swept right here. Okay, so that's why Square is on my radar here, because this is the third or fourth one of these we've seen today. So I'll leave my link to my services in the description if you guys are interested in. I hope this helps you. Again, this is Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. Thanks for everybody who's with me, and to everybody else, have a good evening. Don't worry about the futures. I'm going home flat. Revisit this tomorrow.